Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to share everything that you need to know about being a human design line 4 opportunist. I'm going to be sharing from my own personal experience because my profile in human design is 4/6, and also I do tend to work with a lot of clients with line 4. So those of you who have never seen any of my videos before and never heard of me, my name is Abigail Rebecca. I am a human design visibility coach, so I help visionary leaders be more authentically visible without the hustle. I work with entrepreneurial women all around the world, and I help them to be more visible online and offline, whatever their definition of visibility is. And the go-to thing that we use when we're working with our clients is human design, because I don't believe that visibility, self-promotion, business promotion, any kind of online or offline marketing is a one-size-all cookie cutter approach. I believe that everyone is uniquely different, and human design really supports this, right? So it's the science of differentiation. It shows us how we are different to others, and therefore my way of being visible and running my business and creating success and inner fulfillment is very different to yours. So let's dive into human design line 4, the opportunist. So if you have studied human design for a while, or this is your very first introductory video to it, and if this is your very first video about human design, I'm very excited for you. You are going to go down the rabbit hole, believe you me, but it's all very fascinating and very interesting, because there's nothing more fascinating than learning about ourselves, right? So human design, there are like 6 different lines within human design. We each have 2 lines, and those 2 lines make up our profiles. So it might be that you are a 5/1, it might be that you're a 4/6. I'm a 4/6, but we're just going to talk about line 4. Okay, so we're just going to talk about the line 4 within our profile. So line 4 is known as the opportunist, and the reason that it's known as the opportunist is that we get our opportunities through other people. I was speaking to a very good friend and client of mine the other day who runs a 7-figure business in the States. And her human design profile is the same as mine. It's a 4/6. And I was telling her, or sharing with her, some information about her line 4 and why her line 4 might be creating some resistance or blocks or challenges within her business and her leadership and her visibility at the moment. And some of the things that I was sharing with her, even though she's studied human design for a while and she's a real fan of it, was so revolutionary to her, like completely new information. And she was like, you need to share this on a video. And I was like, actually, I don't think I've ever done a video specifically about line 4. And I am such a fan of line 4s, because line 4s, as I've already said, you get your opportunities through other people. So you really are the networkers. You're here to build relationships. You're here to build relationships with other people. And you've heard that saying, right? Your network is your net worth. This totally applies to line 4 human design people. Now, of course, that you could say that is applicable to everyone, right? And absolutely, surrounding ourselves with community, surrounding ourselves with like-minded people, having a community of people that can support us is very, very important for us as human beings, regardless of whether we're entrepreneurs or not. It's what, creates success and love and, these communities and this relationship building, but specifically for human design line 4s, sorry, because line 4, so I'm getting distracted by my dog. This is Rudy, by the way, if you've never met him before. Right. He's having a little sleep, he's just woken up. So line 4s, that is actually where you get your opportunities through. So the more you network, the more you build your community, and the more you nurture. This isn't just about knowing like loads of people. This is about actually having nurturing relationships with all the people within your life that light you up, that you love hanging out with, those are the relationships that will lead to opportunities. So for example, using myself as an example, I get my opportunities through other people. I'm a human design projector, so I need to wait anyway to be invited in, recognized and invited in by human beings. So it's really important for me to, create circumstances for myself where I get that recognition. But actually, as a line 4, I get those opportunities, I get that recognition by being around communities of people. So I get my opportunities through other people. I find clients through referrals. People will invite me in for things. So my community is very, very important for me, not just as something that nourishes my soul and stops me from feeling lonely. It also creates business opportunities for me. And my friend and client that I was speaking to the other day, she confirmed that that's what happens to her as well. Like, she is in lots of networking communities, she's in lots of masterminds, and she finds that her opportunities, she finds clients through being personally recommended through other people. She finds sponsors for her event. She finds people that will go and invest in her company. She gets all of her opportunities through other people. And there are particular human design types that don't necessarily, that strategy would not necessarily work for you, but it does work for line 4s. One thing to be mindful of actually as a line 4 is that you might think, okay, I'm a line 4, so therefore I need to be around people all of the time. That's where I get my opportunities. I'm here to build relationships. I'm here to network. I need to be around people all the time. But actually, sometimes I just need a little bit of space and time on my own. And does that mean that something's wrong with me? So if you are feeling like that, I'm here to tell you that nothing's wrong with you, and that is exactly how you should be. You're designed to feel as a human design line 4. So as a human design line 4, we can get people fatigue very easily. So as much as it's really important for us to be around people, to get those opportunities, to build relationships and to network, it can get too much for us. And if you're feeling that you're really getting people fatigue, there's absolutely nothing wrong with stepping back and taking yourself out of that community and having some time on your own. So I want you to imagine that it's like waves on a shore. Okay, so the waves are going in and going out. Okay, so as the waves are kind of coming into the shore, you're with the beach people, you're hanging around, you're with community, you're at mastermind events, you're at conferences, you're networking and working the room like the amazing line 4 that you are. And then the sea comes out from the shore and goes back into the sea. So the wave comes back. That is you coming back off the beach. I don't want to be at the beach anymore. I don't want to be at the party anymore. I just want to chill out by myself in the sea for a little bit. Okay. And you will find that it comes in waves. Now, I find that a lot of my line 4 clients have a resistance to that because they're not quite sure whether am I introverted? Am I extroverted? I don't get it. Like, 1 minute I want to be around people, 1 minute I want to be on my own. That's because you're a line 4 and you will get that people fatigue. So give yourself permission to do that. So for example, as a line 4, if I'm running an event, I need to step away. So I'm with my people, I'm with my community, I'm with my clients, and then I need to step away. Even if that just means like going outside for 10 minutes and being on my own, just being in silence. And also, I do notice that if I do have line 4s, like if I'm running an event, for example, like a 3-day event, we hold these beautiful like 3-day visibility events all around the world. If I know that I have a human design line 4 at that event, and also a human design line 2s as well, who definitely need to have some time on their own, but I'm very, very mindful of that, and I will pay attention to it, and I'll also have a quiet word with them and just say, look, if you need to take yourself off, it's absolutely fine. Like, just take yourself time, take yourself off, recharge your batteries a little bit, take some time off, by yourself, and then you can always come back. So they're not feeling like it's awkward or they're being unsociable or anything like that. Okay, so that's just one thing to be mindful. And then when we look at the shadow work and the blocks and the limiting beliefs and the stories that can hold us back from being highly visible, if you are a line 4, one of the things that will really stop you in your tracks, particularly so, more than any human design type actually, is a fear of rejection. A fear of being rejected by people. So very often when I first start to work with line 4s and I'm showing them how to go out and be more visible and how to be more confidently expressed, they very often are held back from really going there because they're so worried about being rejected. I was working with a client, actually I started working with a new client a couple of months ago, and that is one of the very reasons that she wasn't going out, she wasn't promoting herself, she wasn't like putting herself forward to appear as an expert on podcasts and radio shows, she wasn't going out and offering webinars because she was worried about being rejected. She was worried that no one would show up. And this is really one of the shadows that we carry as a line 4, because community is so important to us, because it feeds our soul to be around people, because we're designed to build relationships, to network. The very thought of that community being taken away from us is absolutely horrifying. So more often than not, we won't put ourselves out there. We won't step out of our comfort zone. We won't play full out because we don't want this catastrophe to happen in our lives. And the catastrophe is that we'll be rejected by people and we'll be thrown out of the tribe, and we won't have a community, and we won't have friends, and we won't have people around us. So I think as a line 4, if you're very aware of that, if you can do the work to overcome those limiting beliefs, and there's lots of things that we can do to help you overcome your fear of being rejected and being like just ignored or thrown out of the tribe, there's lots of things that we can do about that. But if you can really focus on that and work on it and be aware of it and be aware that it's just a fear and it's not reality, it's not actually going to happen, but it's a fear that's really stopping you from stepping into your true power and being visible, and you know, all the success and the opportunities that come from that, if you're aware of that, it will really hold you in good stead. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you want to find out more about my work, you can go over to abigailrebecca.com. And if you want to dive deeper into your human design as a whole, not just about your human design lines and profile, but about all the elements of your human design, how like the environments that light you up, how you build relationships, how you work the best, how you conserve your energy, how you can build really incredible relationships with other human beings and create, you know, freedom and success and fulfillment in your life, then I'm going to put a link below where you can order your it's your human design magnetic aura blueprint book, and it's basically a 40-page document. It's a beautifully designed book, and it gives you a very in-depth reading about your specific human design. We need to pre-order them because they're made specifically for you and all the elements of your human design. So you can go over to my website, I'm going to put the link down there, and you can order your book and it will be delivered to your inbox within 5 days. Okay, as always, if you've got any questions about human design, about visibility, about being confidently expressed, then please ask or comment below. I always come back and check on my videos. I'm going to take this little boy out now for a walk because I think he needs to go for a little walk, and I will see you all soon. Take care. Bye.